Hold on there. I gotta sign you in. I'd show you around, but I gotta keep watch. Just in case someone else comes along. You think maybe you could get some of your friends to land here too? Gets real quiet. Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right? Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna and halcyon. Please state your name for the records. Aw, don't be like that. I never get to do this part. Please. Hey, easy. I won't stop you. Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill. We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are Sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago. Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly. Business? Well, Mr. Sanjar's gonna like the sound of that. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-world traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Wait! Don't go just yet! I've been practicing for this. Here goes. Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come in. Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor? Hey, you're still around. Think you got time to help me out? I got this Rizzo's Rangers tossball poster coming in on the next Sublight shipment. Signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in? Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her. That's a real shame. I always liked her. She never yelled at me for asking all my questions. That's Bertie Holcomb. Only one of the greatest tossball hackers ever. I couldn't really say I'm just a fan of the game. Everyone's heard of him, even on Monarch. We still get some of the games. You been living in a sulfur pit or something? Oh, you're real funny. Guess I don't feel so bad for missing what goes on in the rest of Stellar Bay. But the fancy collector types say the more people see these things, the less valuable they are. And I figure my poster's been passed around by more than a few people by now. If you're willing to help, you could go ask Velma at the warehouse. I'd do it myself, but she told me she'd stuff me in one of her crates if I bothered her again. Thanks a bunch! Just approach her real slow and cautious-like. By the void! Both of them? Next you're gonna tell me Doc Williams kicked it. That's sad about Velma too, but maybe you could check her office for that poster? I mean, she's not gonna mind now, is she? Thanks a bunch. And watch your step when you're wandering around town. Not sure what's going around, but it sounds mighty bad. It's signed by Bertie Black Hole Holcomb, one of the greatest hackers who ever played tossball. Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature. That don't seem fair. I was the one who asked for it in the first place. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker too. Never get the chance to use it these days. You think maybe you could talk to Velma, see if she won't change her mind? Oh. Well, thanks for trying anyway. Guess I'd still be wondering otherwise. Take a few bits and head on down to the bar. I knew it! See, I made what you'd call a logical deduction. Well, spit and sulfur. Mr. Sanjar keeps me posted at this landing pad, so I don't hardly know anything about what goes on in town. Still, you're here now, and that means I finally get to do this part. Okay, here goes. He what? Aw, no one tells me anything. But hang on. That means you'll be getting even more ships in soon, right? So I gotta work on my greeting. Here goes. Oh, sure. It makes Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell. Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though. You must be a Hammers fan for sure. On account of him being the best hacker who ever played? Nothing gets by him. He sucks up every ball that comes his way. Whatever you say. I could talk tossball for hours. While Holcomb's had a lot of nicknames over his career. Used to be the tallywhacker on account of what he'd do to the score. Before that, he was the slick stick, because his shots were always so smooth. I swear I'm not. At the start of his career, people called him the hack boss, but no one thought that was very catchy. Sorry, I just get so excited, and I always feel like I miss everything that happens in town while I'm up here. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Velma at the warehouse to see if it's come in? Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check out Velma's office for me? See if you can find the poster. You must have seen those UDL gunchips on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off. Wish more folk could say that. Gets awful quiet guarding a landing pad that never gets used. I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was gonna spend at the bar this week, but I like this job. It's the best way to see who's coming and going from Stellar Bay, which means I get to do my favorite part. Okay, for the Rangers! Never done this before, but that ain't gonna stop me now. Think this counts as a promotion?